Hey everyone, this is David Pike, the Motorcity Mechanic. Now in today's video, we're going to be talking about Jeep Grand Cherokees and Dodge Durangos that are equipped with the 8-speed transmission. I'm going to show you step by step how to take it out of park in case you have any kind of electrical failure or transmission failure. Now the most important step in this video is to make sure that the vehicle does not roll when we take it out of park. You either have to have your foot on the brake or something blocking the tires, or both, to make sure you don't cause any damage to the vehicle or hurt you or somebody else. I'm going to mention this again before we actually pull on the mechanical override, so make sure you follow that step. Now depending on the year of the vehicle, you may have one of 3 different styles of shifters. You may have the one you see right here. You also may have a T-handle style, and you may actually have the round radio knob style. Nonetheless, as long as it's a Grand Cherokee or a Dodge Durango and it has the 8-speed transmission, the procedure I'm getting ready to show you is going to be exactly the same. Now the actual location for the mechanical override on this vehicle is actually going to be in the center console. What we got to do is just open up the armrest to gain access to it. Now with the armrest up and out of the way, we've got access to the storage compartment of the center console. You can see right here, these are the hinges for the armrest, and this is the back of the storage compartment. It's this plastic closeout panel right here that we need to take off, and directly below that is where the mechanical override for park is. Now to remove it, it doesn't take much. I can actually put my fingers down in both of these openings here, squeeze and pull up, because on the back side we've got some plastic fingers that keep it locked in place. Now with that out of the way, we've now got access to the mechanical override. Now if the override has never been used, there'll be a piece of black tape such as this holding the tether in place. The first time you go to pull on it, of course, it's going to break that tape, so you'll know if it's ever been used or not. And if it has, there's no harm in that. That's what it's there for. Now for right now, we're going to move the tether out of the way. That way we got a clear view of everything on the override mechanism. We got a couple important things I want to point out. We've got some icons printed on the top. Of course, they're upside down currently because of how we're sitting in the vehicle looking at it. But this one right here states that you should be looking at the owner's manual and reading on how the mechanism works, and also the cautions you need to take when operating it. And the other one's going to be a lock icon that's currently in the unlock position and an arrow. Now this mechanism is identical to what's on the Ram pickup trucks, and I did a video on that as well. In order to operate this, we've got to release a lock. We've got to insert something into this slot right here and slide it over. Once we do, the lock gets disengaged and we can pull up on the orange tether. Pull it up till it locks into the upright position. And we've also got to release that lock when we want to lower the arm back down into this position. So it's very important that we do not damage this. If you do not slide it, it will break. Now in order to release the latch on that park override, we've got to insert something into that groove to slide it into the unlock position so that we can pull up on the tether and release the parking gear. Now you know just as well as I do that when this happens, you're not going to have a bunch of tools laid out in front of you. But there is something you will have, and that's going to be the ignition key. Now your remote may look like this, or it may be the newer style, but nonetheless there's going to be a skeleton key inside, and that's what we're going to be using to slide the latch over. So now we're ready to actually release the park override. But right before we do that, we need to make sure we get our foot on the brake pedal and or have something blocking the wheel so that the vehicle will not roll. Because remember, we're taking it out of park. At that point, the vehicle has the ability to roll downhill. So we don't want to hurt you or cause any damage to anything around you. So if you've done that, now we'll move on to the next step, and we'll use that key that we took out of the remote earlier. We're going to insert it in the slot right here. Once we do that, slide it over, grab the tether and pick up. Pull it till it latches back in place. Now we're out of park. Now once we're done and we need the vehicle back in the park, it's basically the same procedure. Use the key, put it in the slot, slide it over, and then release the mechanism and let it lay flat. Then you're just going to ball up your tether here, and then we can actually work on reinstalling the cover. When going back with everything, it's just best to kind of ball everything up as far as the tether. That way it doesn't hang out and get kind of bound up in the hinge of the cover. We don't have the tape on it anymore because we pulled it loose. Now we can just grab that plastic cover, slide it over, press down, and make sure it's fully seated. Now it's just a matter of shutting the armrest. And there you have it. Now you know where the mechanical override is for park on either a Grand Cherokee or a Dodge Durango, at the back of the armrest on the center console. So if you like this video, please make sure to give it that thumbs up on YouTube. Don't forget you can find me on all the other popular social media websites such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you got any comments or suggestions about anything you saw in today's video, or anything Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram related, you can always email me at david@motorcitymechanic.com. Now, if this is the first time you've ever seen one of my videos, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Also, if you're a returning subscriber, click on that bell icon. That way you get notified instantly when videos such as this get uploaded. If you like to shop on Amazon, please feel free to use the link that's in the description below the video. Any purchases that you make will help support this channel. Once again, everybody, thanks for checking out all these videos.